Obviously, I've always known about Cancer Relief. I've seen them in and around Gibraltar, in and out of the hospitals, and I've seen firsthand their services in the hospitals, in the hospital itself. I really got to know them in 2016 when a colleague of mine at the time recommended, I can remember it like yesterday, they recommended that I call. And I was at a really, really low point at that time. I'd lost my dad in 2013 from cancer, and then in 2016 my mum had passed away from cancer, and I'd had a bit of a delayed reaction. I'd carried on working and being with my children who were very young at the time, and carried on with life as you do, and it kind of hit me a good 7 or 8 months later, and it kind of all crashed down on me. Terrible. It was a really horrible time. And this colleague at the time said, "Anna, call Daniela at Cancer Relief." So I can remember the phone call as if it was yesterday. So I basically called her, explained what had happened, and her words were, "Oh, sweetheart, come up and have a cup of tea with us." So that was the start of a 6-month kind of intense relationship with Cancer Relief, and they were just phenomenal. They basically guided me through this horrific time. I don't think people really realised how bad it was, and having a young family, trying to keep on top of everything. It's kind of a bit of a blur, but I can really remember, coming up this hill and kind of seeing Cancer Relief as this kind of like retreat, and I'd walk in and just feel calming, and I mean the staff exceptional. Every single one I had encounters with were just phenomenal. So basically we started a counselling program with Madeline, and I would see her twice a week actually at the beginning. So I would have been 6 months of twice a week counselling with Madeline, who, I mean, my heart goes out to Madeline. She guided me tremendously. At the same time, the services on offer, which I don't think people realise, that they're there for people like myself who really needed it, who I had been affected by cancer, not directly, it was family members, and so the services I was offered, aromatherapy massages, facials, there was a basically open door. I could have come up every single day of the week if I had wanted to. And I think especially in a small place like Gibraltar, when you're going through a bad time like that, it's maybe a little bit more difficult. I kind of felt like kind of not that everybody knew, but I was wanted to be under the radar a little bit, and having somewhere like this where I could come to and basically let it all out was, I honestly don't know what I would have done if I hadn't had made that phone call to Daniela all of those years ago. And basically, I mean, that service carried on. I mean, we're 2021 and I'm still up here, and I can still come up and see familiar faces, and all those emotions, come running back. I also remember my eldest, especially at the time, who would have been maybe 5, he kind of kept talking about death a lot, because we'd had a lot of deaths within a short period of time. And I remember speaking to Daniela about it, and Cancer Relief actually put together a kind of bereavement program for children, using music and art as a release, basically. So I also attended that program with my two sons at the time, to basically speak about bereavement and death in a safe environment. So again, I don't think people know that that service is there. So I thank Cancer Relief literally from the bottom of my heart. I get very emotional talking about it because I was in this very, very dark hole. And if this service hadn't have been available, I don't know. My story would be very different, I think. So thank you from the bottom of my heart.